Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan this project, this wardrobe with slatted walls and also the roof for the LED. And yeah, we will plan this project step by step. And when there are any questions, just let me know in the chat. And first of all, we click here on the eye and we activate here the touch areas. And we click on File. This project has two cabinets, and we will save the whole project. So we click here on Save or on our project folder, and we call it Model Wall and LED Roof. So we're gonna save it. Now we start a new project. And first of all, we change here the dimension of the room. So the height of the room is 2500. And we click on the smart click for the cabinet and we change here the distance to the left is 1000. And we change here the height of the room to 2400. And the width of the cabinet is 3000. And if we click here on the eye on the top left corner, keep the control button pressed and click here on the touching areas, then you see here we can let disappear smart clicks or dimensions if we activate or don't activate the checkboxes. And here you can also change the darkness or the brightness. If we make it 110 and 130, we'll get a bit darker after we close this. Yeah, and this could be helpful if you use gray materials like we will do here in this project. So, okay, now we are continuing, and the plinth, that is okay. Well, we have a plinth which with a height of 80, and you see we have here 5 plinth legs. We don't have here any trim, and that's why we go to the division tab, and we will add here 2 verticals. And if we add them, you see we get more plinth legs. Also, if we would click here to let the verticals passing through top and bottom, you see the bottom panel is getting divided. And if we double the verticals up, then we will get even more plinth legs. But in this case, we don't just want to have 1 plinth legs, but they should pass through top and bottom. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the chat. So the next step will be we change here the width of the middle area is 980, confirming it with enter. And we have in the middle area 1 horizontal, in the right area as well 1 horizontal. And here in the middle bottom area we have a vertical, and we change here the height. But before we do this, we go to the interior tab, and here we want to have 6 adjustable shelves in the left area. And now they are related in relation 1-to-1 to each other. And when we go here on a smart click for this area, we see in a black box, the Z value is the height of this area, and it's 309.7. And we click on the smart click on this area, and we change here the height also to 310. So yeah, now we are done with the division, and we are here in the interior tab. We don't have interior drawers. Here on the right area, we have on the top area close lift. If you click on the drop-down menu, we can here also choose a close rail, which we have here on the bottom right area. So you see, we go always from left to right. First of all, we set up the room, then the cabinet, then we make the division, and then we are going to the interior tab. Here we start also with adjustable shelves. In our case, we don't have interior drawers here. Then we set up the rails and lifts for the clothes. Now we set up the LED groove. And here we just want to have the groove on the top, and the distance to the front is 250. The width of the groove is 20, and the depth is 8 millimeter. We drag it and drop it in this area. Here you see the groove. Okay, here in the middle area, we want to take out the wall, but we just can take it out in the top area when the wall is here divided. So that's why we go here to the cabinet tab, go here to the back wall, to the back panel. And here we need to change the depth of division from 1 to 0. Not from 1 to 0, then it's going through the whole area. We need to change from 1 to 2. Then it's getting divided here. And we can go here in the smart click for the top middle area. Click on here. Then the circle menu is opening. We go on setting for this area. This window is opening. And here we go to remove back. And we type in number 1 and save it. And then this back panel is disappearing. And we go to the front tab. And we add here a double door on the left side and here on the right side. Now on the right side, we need to let it drop horizontal, that the door is going through the whole area. And here in the middle area, we just want to have one drawer on the left and on the right. And we go here on the drop-down menu for the handles, and we say no handles, and the handles disappear. And we go now to the material tab, and here I have a 19 millimeter set. Yeah, if you use usually 18 millimeter, then just let us know. You also get a material set with 18 millimeter sets, and we activate here all parts of group that we can make all the horizontals and verticals in this texture, and the fronts in this. And this panel should be a different material. So we need to deactivate the checkbox and say here only selected part. For this. And now we are done with the first cabinet. And we deactivate only selected part and go back to the cabinet tab, and we use the cabinet in cabinet function and drag and drop a new cabinet. Yeah, you can use it here. That is snapped in this area. Yeah, you see here this cabinet is snapped in this area, and because this area just goes to here, we have here 20 millimeter space. We need to change the distance later on. Yeah. So, and what we do now, we click on the eye and we take off everything except this activated cabinet to have it easier. Yeah, and we go here on beneath cabinet, say we don't want to have plinths. We deactivate the checkbox for plinth legs and for the trim. And we go on the smart click on the bottom right area and delete the side, the left, the right side, and here's the bottom panel. And we go to the top left area. Here it doesn't matter on which side of the smart click you click. If you click on here and say delete left side, click here again and say delete top panel, then it's getting deleted. You see we have here still a gap because here usually we have the side in the big panel there's a groove. We need to change it to flat. And here the distance to the side, we say 1 millimeter, then we have a bit space. So yeah, here you see also the distance to back. It's 20. And we can also change it. Yeah, we'll check it later on. And now we want to create our slatted wall. And therefore we go on a division tab. And here we want to have 18 verticals. And we drag it and drop it in here. And you see we do have space here. And you see the back panel is still divided. So first of all, we go back to the cabinet tab, go here in the drop-down menu, and we change here depth of division to 0, that we only have one back panel. So then we go to the interior tab, because that is here the row of holes. We don't want to have it here. That's why we click on here and choose group of holes. And then we just get a row of holes only if we have shelves. But here we don't have shelves. And you see, we still have a gap because we have deleted here the right side. Yeah, but we want to have the gap on the side, but not too much. We will change it. And you see we have also a gap on the top as well as on the bottom. And therefore, we click here on the division tab. Again, on the drop-down menu for the verticals. And here we also let the verticals passing through top and bottom. And you see here this area has a width of 31.58 millimeter. They are all the same. And if we click on here and we change the width, we can here also work with 2, then it's related in relation 1 to 1 to 2. But we want to make it smaller. And if you click on here, you can also say 0.5. Yeah, then it's like related in relation 1 to 2. Now, if you see here, the width is 32.4, and here it is 16.2. And we can also click on here and make it 0.1. Yeah, then it's getting even smaller, like you see here. But it is okay because we have deleted here the right side. Yeah, here on the left side, we also want to make it like this. We click on here, change the width to 0.1. And now we change the materials. We go here on the material tab, activate parts of group. And we want to have for the back panel, black one. And then 25 millimeter material set for here. We have also all parts of the group. And we change it to 44. And then we have a square. Now if we measure this point and this, we have dx and dy 25. Dx and dy. That is how we want to have it. And now we can here deactivate our smart clicks and activate the whole project. And if we want, can just use this material. So this is Agar 1145, 19 mil. Drop it on here. And now we are well done. Yeah, you can present it to your customer. Yeah, if we click here on the eye, you can present this with open fronts or with visible fronts, invisible fronts, doors and drawer fronts. Or if we click here again, we have the fronts visible like this. And if the customer want to have the wardrobe with a slatted wall and LED groove, you would click here on data export and you will get the cutting list as well, and you can start producing. All right. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.